Before the wall rose again, Jerusalem sat vulnerable and wounded. Years earlier, mighty armies had invaded, tearing down its proud stone ramparts. The city's gates stood blackened and broken, while weeds threaded through the deserted courtyards. The people lived in scattered clusters, wary and afraid, surrounded by threats from neighboring lands. News of Jerusalem's plight drifted far and wide, eventually reaching a man named Nehemiah in the distant Persian city of Susa. Nehemiah had never even seen Jerusalem, the city of his ancestors. Yet when he heard the report, the distress, the shame, the city's crumbling defenses, his heart was pierced. His face grew somber. For days he fasted, mourned, and prayed, asking God for guidance. Nehemiah was no soldier or builder. He served as cupbearer to King Artaxerxes, a position of both trust and danger. Gathering his courage, Nehemiah entered the king's court, hiding his sorrow poorly. The king noticed, and Nehemiah, trembling, told him of his people and their once glorious city. Moved by Nehemiah's resolve and faith, Artaxerxes granted permission and royal letters to rebuild Jerusalem. Nehemiah packed his few belongings and journeyed across rugged plains and high mountains until the city's battered silhouette rose before him. By night, Nehemiah crept among the ruins astride a donkey, surveying the breached walls. They looked hopeless, piles of charred rubble, broken stones, and yawning gaps. But Nehemiah saw hope where others saw ruin. The next day, he gathered Jerusalem's elders, priests, merchants, and families. His voice rang with conviction as he shared his mission and the king's support. A hush fell. Then, one by one, the people agreed. Together, they found worn tools and scavenged stones from the debris. Whole families were assigned sections. Goldsmiths repaired gates, perfumers patched cracks, children fetched water, and elders encouraged. Hammers echoed from dawn until dusk across every district of the city. Not everyone welcomed change. From surrounding lands, enemies watched and scoffed. Sanballat, a regional leader, jeered at the effort. Even a fox climbing on that wall would break it down, he mocked. But Nehemiah set a guard and instructed half the workers to carry spears and shields while the other half toiled. The city's children ferried messages. The trumpet, sharp and sudden, was the alarm. If an attack threatened, the families would rally there in defense. Their resolve deepened. As weeks passed, the gaps closed. Gates braced with fresh timber swung in place. Nehemiah spurred on those who wearied, reminding them that God watched over the builders. When the workers' hands blistered, neighbors shared bread and water. When threats intensified, Nehemiah prayed and doubled the watch. Secret schemes to lure him away failed. A letter arrived warning of a plot against his life, but Nehemiah saw through the lies.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the story, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting Bible stories like this.